for we're 3 more people, but I mean we're live on Twitch.
Oh shit.
Because it can't be a Twitch panel without streaming on Twitch.
Actually, considering it has officially started. The only musician I follow is, of course, a musician I like that, since he couldn't tour, he started streaming.
Yeah.
And of course, he has a group, like Twitch has what the groups or what's it called? Teams, yeah, teams. His team is called the New Wave of Heavy Metal Buds.
Is it Matthew? Matt K. Hafey? Trivium guy?
Oh no, I don't think he's part of that. It's much smaller power metal dudes. I think the guy in charge of it is that actually made that Twitch is a guy in a band called RachelGrace, which is seems like a very memey power metal band from like Minnesota.
Famous is here.
Hey, there they are. Look, Priscilla. Vladislav is on.
Nope, all day Wednesday. Okay, Ray.
Hello. There they are. Hey chat. We're on a panel with a gang. Yeah.
And you said no. Hello.
Hello.
It's Rachel Cold Violin.
Hi. Oh my God. I know it. Yeah. So I'm with Musical, OrchKeystraMusic, Ray Musica, RachelGrace, and yours truly, Regent. Yeah. Oh, okay, I don't think it's Regent. Okay.
I guess
Good morning. Crazy night. I
nothing
couldn't
happened
remember.
last night. We all went to bed.
Oh, it's Yara.
Hi, Yara.
Hey, Yara.
Hey, Yara.
Okay. You ready? You ready to? We have 2 minutes. Like collect your thoughts or something.
2 minutes?
Why did they take to walk over here?
Okay.
Check. Can you check your mics? Check. 1, 2, 3.
It works.
It works. Okay.
Can I get some distortion?
1 minute.
Did you test your reverb? Just in case. Oh my gosh. Okay.
You're total musicians, you. Okay. All right. Hey, welcome. Sit in the front, guys. Yara said we look cute with the beanies. I don't have a beanie.
So if you don't have a beanie, you don't look cute.
Yeah,
Are you saying something, Yara?
Really
I don't look cute.
Thank you, Yara.
you.
Hey. All right. I think we can start. Dan, you guys ready?
Yep. Okay.
Right there.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Hello, welcome to From Stage to Stream, Twitch for Musicians 101, where we will have a casual conversation on, and hopefully by the end of it, we get to inspire some of you to pursue streaming as an alternative means of pursuing your musical career, or to be honest, any kind of entertainment format you might be able to think of. It possibly can be translated to streaming. So we're gonna do that today. So we're gonna introduce each and every one of the members of the panel. Starting with me, my name is String Player Gamer, or Diwa de Leon, or SPG for short, as my community calls me. I am a violinist, I'm a composer and a music arranger, and I've been doing music for 20 to 30 years. And I used to do live gigs before the pandemic happened. Even way before the pandemic happened. I was doing live gigs, and at some point, I started to question myself: Is the live gigging thing sustainable? What if I get injured? So many what ifs in my head. And that is when I started to venture more into the online musician path. And so far it's been quite an adventure. And Twitch is one of the venues that has given me a lot of room to practice the live performance space, as live as it can be. And it has helped me, in a lot of ways. I also, starting with on my left, can you will introduce yourself. sorry. Please introduce yourself.
Oh, yes. Hello. My name is RachelGrace, which is not originally my real name. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I already did it, so here it is. I'm originally from the Netherlands, and I moved to the United States about 16 years ago. I'm a violinist. I studied at the Royal Conservatory of the Netherlands, and then did a lot of stuff in the Netherlands, but it's a very small country, so I grew as far as I could, and then wanted some more challenges, so moved here to the States, and I've been a touring musician, recorded with a lot of artists, performed, still do with a lot of artists, and then of course, because of COVID, touring life completely shut down. I think I was supposed to go to Japan the month that everything shut down. And I started thinking, what else can I do? Because I don't like to wait and see if anything else happens. I always feel you should be proactive. And I know many musicians that are incredible talents, but they just wait for the phone to ring. And they start feeling almost like victims because nothing happens. But I feel, especially in this day and age, you have to be really, really proactive if you want to achieve something. So I've always been into video games. I love video games. So at some point, because I remember I was playing Dying Light, and I thought, wait, I have a Twitch account. Why not stream it? So I started streaming Dying Light for 3 viewers. And then I think it was Diwa that I saw on Twitch, and I started discovering all these amazing musicians. And I thought, hey, wait, I have a full recording set up because I record from home. I've been doing that for now about 12 years. And started streaming, started gathering more and more equipment, and gosh, it's been so empowering. I really, really love it. I enjoy it. It really makes me feel I'm even more in charge of my life as a musician, and it opens so many possibilities because Twitch is not only streaming. So before I talk way too long, that was it.
Ray?
Yes. All right. I am on Twitch, Ray Musica, IRL name, RachelGrace. You can call me Ray or Ray Musica. And I guess for me, I came to Twitch without actually the musician aspect or mindset. Okay, so yeah, the origin story actually, I don't make it brief, but my friends kept having these inside jokes with other Twitch people, XQC if you know that name, and I was just like, okay, these guys keep laughing and I'm just the third person over here not knowing what's going on. So that's actually what got me to check out Twitch, and then do my own just searching the browser. I'm like, oh, there's music on Twitch. And then fast forward, I found, oh, there are drummers on Twitch. I didn't say that part, I'm a drummer, by the way. And there are drummers on Twitch, and I'm like, oh, I would love to do that and just kind of like transition into, I can still perform for people. Yes, the pandemic happened and, or started. And I was just like, yes, I could actually seek out this avenue. But prior to that, I guess it was coincidence because the summer after the start of the pandemic, I just wanted to get recording gear, studio gear, that Rachel alluded to, and that was just for myself. And then I'm still in, I might be unique in this sense, but I'm still in school, just going straight to school and doing my doctorate. And I was just like, okay, let me see if I can manage school life and then just like kind of have this for fun thing, like just when, especially, mental break and all that. So that's really what Twitch started out as, is like, hey mom, I can still play for you even though I'm down in Florida and all these other people. But afterwards, I was just like, this is so much better than, honestly, live gigs in my opinion. Like, I am, live gigs when they come, sure, I'll take them, but in Twitch, I don't use it for financial gain, but you can't deny the fact that when that support happens, you are getting something, and that's something still, yeah, that definitely justifies like live gigs, especially for a drummer. It's a hassle. You have to transport all that drum stuff. You have to go to the gig. They probably don't even think about the fact of transport when they're paying you and blah blah blah, and then you have to leave and then play for people who probably aren't even paying attention. All this stuff, but the interaction, and I'm sure we'll get to this later in the panel, that you get from even just playing far away, people can chat, blah, blah, blah. That's, for me, so much more fun and just flexible. People can just tune in, of course, whenever they want to. In and out. We have a friend named Fighting Sheep. They call our Twitch channels rooms, and that's kind of like, that is the vibe. It's like in a room, ISBG, in another room, hey Rachel, etc., etc. But yeah, that's just I guess intro into my life, yeah, there on Twitch, and I pretty much let me, before I talk too much, that's all.
Good morning. My name is, on Twitch, my name is OrchKeystraMusic, but a lot of people know me as Manny. I guess my background, I used to come from Indonesia, this is my origin, and then went to the States. Fast forward, my thing before Twitch was a full-time performer. That's what I do, like different kind of setups, whether like a concert or like playing weddings, corporate events, and everything. And then when actually my entrance into Twitch was mainly because of the pandemic at first. The first time when I tried to live stream, or even the thinking of live stream for me, the first time I was like, well, how do people play music on the internet? I mean, like, is that a thing? And something like that. And then I think I started with other platforms first, and then when my friend who already stream on Twitch told me, like, hey man, try it, you might love it, you'll love it and everything. And I'm like, I just gotta say, I'm really impressed, and I never look back, because it's such an immersive world where it's crazy. Like you are on the internet. It's kind of like a one-sided thing. You see the chat as words, but they see you as your face. But at the same time, the way they have it set up and everything, and the way we can customize it ourselves, is just like, wow, it feels like we're all over the globe, but we're like just neighbors or something like that. And just the fact that you can experiment in your own space and everything, it's a wonderful thing. Yes, you can. It has some financial gains aspect and everything. That's wonderful, but I think I really enjoy it just like it's for creative space, and in a sense, you do you explore what you like. But okay, now I'm gonna cut it there for the questions. Yeah. It's me, Manny of or OrchKeystraMusic.
Hi everyone, my name is Miyazako on Twitch. I go by Miyazako VGM, and my background is I've been mostly involved in the video game orchestra community since 2005. I started the University of Maryland Gamer Symphony Orchestra. So most of my involvement has been as an orchestra leader and organizer. I didn't start doing music as an individual artist until 2020, and it was because of the pandemic. I feel like I'm different than a lot of the panelists up here because I only did music as a kind of like a side thing. It was more like a hobby for me. I worked full-time as an accountant for the past 5 years. I had an office job. But then in 2020, when the pandemic hit, I lost my job in the pandemic, and all of a sudden I was like, what do I do now? And I think like a lot of people, I started to question everything about life and about the world. And I'm like, what am I doing? and I had been kind of having feelings about it before the pandemic hit, but I think I was ready for a change to do something else. I just couldn't imagine myself like in a cube farm for the next 30 years, and I said, but it was hard because you rely on that income, you rely on like the resume and everything for whatever job you've been doing, so it was like kind of scary and hard to make a transition, but I think in my case I didn't have a choice because like the universe kind of forced my hand there. But with the encouragement of a string player gamer, SPG and I have been friends for a couple years by then, and I think he was starting to look into Twitch, and he encouraged me to start streaming on Twitch, and I started streaming in I think it was like late 2020, and I started meeting a lot of people through Twitch, so it's been really great, and I think the most important thing I've learned from Twitch and SPG's encouragement was sometimes you just, even things are so uncertain for you, you just have to YOLO it. Okay, that's it for me.
Wonderful origin stories, everyone. Okay, the first question is, if you were talking to a musician who knows nothing about Twitch or the online platforms, what are the fun aspects, the super exciting aspects of Twitch that you would like to explain to them from your own experience, of course? How would you explain or encourage someone in front of you, hey, try Twitch because of this and that and this and that? What is that beautiful story that you're going to tell them? Starting with Rachel.
Okay, what I love about Twitch is that you get to, and I know some of you talked about this already, you get to interact with people while you perform. Like while I'm playing a song, I can read chat and I can see what people are saying. Depending on which violin I'm playing, if I'm playing electric, I can have a mic on and I can say stuff back, which is super fun, this direct interaction. If I'm on a stage and I'm performing, it's very different energy. It's also very cool, but it's completely different. And I love that direct feedback. It's so dynamic. It always personally really gives me a lot of energy. And after every stream, even sometimes I go into streaming and I'm not really feeling it, but I'll stream anyway. And I'm always so hyped afterwards because that's really a part that lifts me up, that interaction. Yes.
Yes, Chad. So, basically,
Thank you, chat.
yeah, one of that, I'm echoing that, then to say something just different is what I alluded to before is the convenience factor, especially drummers. But like I said, when it comes to gear, you can just go over to whatever your setup is. Sure, there might be some pre-setup stuff like make sure blank is working, make sure blank But to just be able to press start streaming and then do the thing, that's super convenient compared to drive and pack up, then drive wherever it may be, meet your connector person there, and then they have to guide you all that. And I mean, that list can just be going on, and I don't feel like talking about that. But the convenience factor is definitely an appealing factor that I would spread to whoever's interested in it. Just doing everything at your house, and yeah, just to still echo all of that, it's just super fun. Like I can literally play and chat, or they can make me shut up because that's a redeeming thing. It's what they want, and I take that. Yes, I will get that on my channel and the stream's over. And yes, all things fun, all things fun. So chat interaction and convenience are my big insert word here.
Alright, I'm gonna echo these two points. Yeah, it's what they say. But especially I want to say the load in the convenience part, like being able to stream from your own home, or if let's say you have a separate studio space somewhere, but just like not having to load in, not having to worry much about transporting your stuff. I think that's one of the big plus for me as a keyboard player, especially multi-keyboard player. Carrying those are not fun, and trying to load it into your car or even public transportation, like, yeah. But anyway, just like learning how to route everything and just turning the button switches off and switched on and start streaming. It's a convenient platform, convenient thing to do. Also, just kind of like how immersive it is again. It's like for me, the chat can make me do a lot of shenanigans or shenanigans. For example,
I get it. I get it.
Oh, right. Thank you. But for example, they make me work out on stream. I'm a musician, I'm music stream, but apparently I do fitness as well on stream. And other kind of things. Maybe, for example, I'm playing music and then there's a poem reading system and like, oh, play faster, change the key or something like that. Oh, okay, I guess I can try. But the fun thing is just like the biggest thing, convenience for me, and just being able to explore all your equipments, or if you're one of those who have like stuff laying around in your studio, you don't get to touch it in a while. This is the time to explore them. Just saying.
What I love about Twitch and hi chat, what I really love is the emotes, especially when the streamer actually would spam emotes and the ability to clip parts of the video. It's really nice to have that community building aspect, because I think people come to your stream over and over again, you get to know them as people. And I think and then you start to develop like inside jokes, and you start to get to know each other, that kind of thing. And it's a really nice way I found to like meet people. A lot of them who do end up becoming your friends, because they do see you stream, they see like their, I guess a video, instead of just through text chat, they see you presenting. I think it's a more authentic way of connecting. So that's what I really like about Twitch.
Thank you. What I love about Twitch is it's a blank canvas. You as the musician, you are not just a musician performing music and that's it. No, you are actually shaping how you present yourself. You're shaping your visual overlay, your visual appearance, your design, the stage production, everything decided by you. And it's so empowering, as Rachel has said. It's so empowering when you have complete control. You can make your stream appear chill. You can make your stream appear hype. Depends on your mood, maybe, or depends on what you think your community will love. And I love to be able to change things up, like almost in a snap of a finger. I mean, you have to do that next stream, but I mean, if I just want to add an extra animated thing right here on the top of my screen, I can do that. And nobody's gonna say, no, you can't do that. No, I can do that. And the second thing I love about Twitch, I think I've learned a ton more about music production and gear. I'm a gearhead, and I'm pretty sure a lot of musicians are like myself, gearheads, like super nerds when it comes to, oh my god, this mixer, this pedal, oh my god, you know. And and I love that I was able to force myself to learn on how to connect this cable and that cable and this cable, mostly because when I was performing live, there's already like tech people handling that. But I love learning about those myself, and I finally pushed myself and forced myself to learn because of Twitch. And oh my god, if you're the specific type of musician who's also a gearhead like me, I think that is also something that is really attractive. Okay, beautiful answers, everyone. The next question is, aside from the pandemic, aside from this global pandemic that we're all dealing with, what are the other challenges, and what did you do? What are the other challenges that led you to decide to stream? And what did you do to address it?
Wait, the other challenges? Sorry.
What are the challenges? What are the other challenges that you experienced for during streaming? Like
Gotcha.
the issues, not just in streaming, as a musician in general. Like for example, Burnout and all that.
Sure.
And how did you address it? And did you also address that on streaming or another way? As a musician in general.
Yeah. Okay, cool. First of all, let's go, chat. We got this. So, okay, let me say this. So, when I started streaming and you know, you start out with nothing, and then I got so obsessed with it. I loved it so much. So I decided I was gonna take 6 months and put everything I had into it and just see how it would go. And then if at 6 months I wouldn't like it, I gave myself the 6 months, and then I would maybe try something else. But I wanted to give myself enough time to check this out. And from what I saw from other streamers, 6 months was definitely the minimum amount of time that you would need to, you know, put into to check it out. If you, because there's some people on there too that just do it for fun. For me, it was immediately kind of like a business venture. It was like, all right, let's go, let's do this, let's try this out. And I had musician friends in real life that saw the growth that was happening, and then were saying, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do this too, you know, because that looks fun, it looks easy. Nope.
It's not.
No.
It's not.
Like, so much shit will happen that nobody sees. It's kind of similar to when you're a successful musician on stage and they see you shine and they see you perform, and you know, everyone goes crazy. But backstage, you know, there could have just been so many technical difficulties, and the sound check was horrible, and it's all the stuff people don't see. Or the client was terrible and was just screaming at you, but you're still on stage smiling and giving your best performance. So it's kind of the same with Twitch. There's, especially since you're your own engineer, you're your own video person, you're the musician, you're doing your own styling, your hair and makeup. SPG is great at hair and makeup, actually. He's now a specialist in doing eyelashes, so if you need advice on that,
yes,
go to SPG.
that's true.
Yes, I watch his YouTube videos on how to do eyelashes. It's fantastic. So, you know, and if there's so many elements, of course, stuff will go wrong. And I think that was something for me that I wouldn't say brought me down, but kind of like knocked me back a couple of times, because it's really, it can be really discouraging you know, you're ready to go, you're amped, you're like, this is it, this is so much fun, and then whatever, the computer won't turn on, or your camera doesn't work, or suddenly you don't have sound, and you need to figure these things out. And I think over time, it becomes a thing where it's like, oh, okay, there's another issue, cool. You know, this comes with streaming. So when I have fellow musicians that are like, oh cool, I'm gonna stream because this is really fun, I do always tell them like, yes, it is fun, but there's so much that comes with it. And I also maybe just a little bit, I don't want people to think that I just did this and, you know, now it's successful because it's so easy. It's not. You have to work for it. I've been at it ever since I started 24/7. And especially in the beginning, and I'm not saying this to discourage anybody, but if you want to be successful, I feel you have to put everything into it. I was on Twitch 24/7 in especially the first 6 months, on everybody else's stream, networking, supporting other musicians. Because there's a lot of people that start out on Twitch and they're like, oh my gosh, no one is coming to my channel, how do I get viewers? Well, dude, you gotta actually do stuff. You can't just turn it on and be like, all right, 500 people, let's go. It's not how it goes. So, all right, that's it.
So I actually pressed the start streaming button and 500 people showed up. That's my Twitch career.
Okay, Ray.
Okay, Ray.
So challenges, yes. I guess again echoing things before, but I would say for me personally, I think you actually kind of alluded to it before on the topic of burnout. Just because I'm in school, like I had hinted at in the origin story, Twitch definitely was a place where I could just go to that had nothing to do with school. I could just, and technically it's still exercising things learned in school. Like I'm still performing in terms of lessons with my teacher. I could test stuff out right then and there. I can still practice in a way. But that was definitely, like I said, the main purpose for kind of getting into Twitch is to have that thing. And then within Twitch, a lot of, especially for just drums in general, but there were so many, I guess, Google searches and just inquiries with other people on just how the equipment and setting up actually works. And oh my gosh, I probably annoyed so many people back then. But just getting that set up, as Rachel said, like it's not, you can make it look easy, but there's so many behind the scenes stuff that you do not see, and it's just, it can get, tiring in that sense. But you just keep doing it, and Twitch itself, or at least for me, it motivates you to just be like, I want to look this up. I want to figure out why that interface did not work and why this setup did not work, and then you want to get it to work, and it's just like, oh, I'm on a laptop. I can only do so much because of just like limiting powers and stuff, but then upgrade to a PC and the world kind of actually changes. And so there are so many things that I've learned also just through doing this that I don't even know if I would have a PC yet for any reason. If I wasn't streaming in any way, I'd probably just still be in school and playing and all that. But now there's a PC, all of these other benefits that come with it. Yes, the friendships formed, and now we can game. I can do PC gaming, and there's a lot of benefits. And a lot of benefits that do come from overcoming these obstacles and challenges. And I appreciate them. But there was another thing. Hold on, Rachel alluded to that I was going to hint at. Wait, chat. Oh gosh, what was that? I was thinking the thing. Oh, yes. So like, starting out.
That actually works.
Yes. yes, like starting out, it's just like, it really is what you make of it. So SBG said at the end of the initial question, how you just shape your stream how you want it, and just being flexible. If you have such a challenge as well, why aren't people coming initially, blah, blah, blah. I mean, for me, there's like a natural, hopefully natural, networking thing. Like there's real life business things that you should be doing on Twitch. So like getting to meet people. Like if you just stream and don't see anyone else, a community is going to be very hard to build. Like, it's just you. You're just waiting for people to come in. It's almost like IRL. Should I say IRL? In real life, like just waiting for a phone call for a gig. If you sit on that, well, have fun. But yeah, and so same thing streaming wise. Like you learn, like, well, let's go to other people's stream. Let's hang out. Let's actually chat with the streamer and get to know them, and then hopefully like a natural bond will happen, and then they'll realize, oh, you stream too, and then they check you out, and it's just like, then, I mean, they might tell their community, actually they do, shout outs, that's a thing in Twitch, and they'll be like, yo, check out my friend, they just started, let's check out the new friend and see what they're doing, and even if, this is a very cool thing, a good thing, even if another person's community doesn't necessarily vibe like with you, just by this thing called viewership, that helps other people see you, and they might be the ones that click and blah blah blah, and then you'll get those people who are your loyal, what's that, servants, loyal friends, and yeah. So it's just like there's so many variables and parts to this that do make it a flexible thing to again overcome challenges that you may face, and that's another beauty just within this whole streaming thing. Technical things we'll get through over time. They're the friends you make in said community. Ask them. So many tech people out there that I have zero clue on things, and you can just ask, and they're happy to help you out. That yeah, these are all beautiful factors of it. So
Okay, chat. So, man, a lot of everybody already covered a lot of good points, but right. I guess I can start with this. As a keyboard player, especially not a band leader, starting streaming, one of the biggest challenges for me in the beginning, aside from the tech stuff, just right now, speaking on this thing hasn't been a thing for me. I was just a guy on stage, hiding right here. You hear my sound. You don't need to see me or hear me talking. And then on stream, I have to push outside of my shell, my comfort zone, and everything. Go for it. It's your show. And then just kind of let yourself be vulnerable, but at the same time, find your comfortable spot for yourself. It can be challenging at first, and I'm sure each of us has our own experience for that. And I kept doing it. I think it was about like 6 to 8 months or something, streaming, until I kind of find, okay, I guess this is kind of like my style, my niche, kind of what the direction I want to go. And then, yeah, it's start to be a little more natural thing. And then also, aside from that, the tech stuff, like I'm always the plug and play guy. I'm not too much of a gear back then, but because of streaming, since you are your own band leader and you are your own tech person and everything, of course you can ask around and watch tutorials and stuff, but in the end it's all in your hands to figure it out. And it's been such an educational experience, educational process. It's rewarding because you figure out all these tech problem solving skills, and then the next thing, new things might come up, and we have a saying on Twitch, pro streamer, which basically means there's no normal stream that doesn't have any problem. If there's a problem, okay, your stream is normal. Everything's fine.
Which is fine.
Everything's fine. But anyway, it's such a cool educational process, growing process, and then I didn't mention this earlier, but others already did. The building community, just kind of aside from being artists, aside being what is it, techie stuff, I get to grow better as a person actually. Because I mean, like you get to connect with people, either other streamer or other viewers, and we become friends. And this is one of the biggest mind-blowing thing for me. We don't really see face to face to each other to begin with, at least. But we, because of from stream to stream to chat, and even hang out offline. There's the offline community. We get to just kind of build that comfort level with each other, and then know each other, and then like learn a few things from them, and then like my personality has been kind of built. I mean, of course, upside down and everything, and then I learned to be a better version of myself through stream. It's not all about the music itself. It's way more what's the word? Wholesome, I guess. Yeah, it's like it covers a lot of grounds, and it's just I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for it, and I think it's all.
Okay, so for the challenges, I definitely agree with the tech challenges you have to learn. There's a bit of a learning curve with that. But I think it's most helpful probably to just watch YouTube videos. There's a lot of good ones about different aspects of Twitch streaming and also just trying things out on your stream. As well as like Burnout, you have to take breaks when that does happen. But the thing I want to talk about, I think for me personally, I think that's been a challenge is trying to find my own style or voice, because my experience has mostly just been with an orchestra, so I'm more used to just being one of many people, and all I have to do is really just practice and follow the conductor, but I don't really have to think about like I think the kind of stage presence that you need as an individual artist. So that was really challenging for me, especially since I hadn't really been performing as a live musician in person before Twitch. And I think one of the challenges for me was that I watched a lot of great Twitch streamers, and I felt like in order for me to be like someone that people would want to watch, I have to be like really extroverted and entertaining. And my personality is, I'm more introverted and shy, so that I was like, it made me really anxious actually to hit that live start streaming button. And I think I put a lot of pressure on myself to be like other people who I watched that stream that I really admired, but I felt like it was hard for me. So, and I think it does still help to stream, because you get people who do come to you and they're like, oh, I find your streams like really calming or something. You don't necessarily have to be like somebody else. And I think that's like hard, because I think there's a tendency on Twitch to have like that prom radio kind of thing, like make it super funny or entertaining and get all the redeems and stuff. I just didn't know if that's like something that was congruent with my personality, so I'm still trying to find like the best style for me, I guess. So if anyone has watched my stream and has any thoughts, I would appreciate it.
Let's go chat.
Yeah, let's go chat. And yeah, I think it's like an area of like personal growth. It's like, because I feel like sometimes when you're like in yourself in real life versus when you're on stream, it can be a little bit different. Sometimes I feel like I don't know if anyone else experiences, but sometimes like some people adapt like a persona when they're on stream versus like just IRL. So I have to get used to that. And I think yeah, that's been the hardest part for me, is trying to like stay authentic to myself. I'm still trying to figure some stuff out, but yeah, that's what I have to say about the challenges.
Thank you, everyone. For me, one of the biggest advantages of streaming is also, I would say, one of its biggest downsides. Yes, you are the sole person in control of everything, but since you're doing everything, it can also be a lonely job. So that it can be sometimes challenging to mental health, especially. That's why it's such invisible enemy that most streamers don't really talk about. But there is a mental health challenge to streaming, and especially if you've been in the zone for like a long period of time, you don't actually notice that the burnout is already creeping behind you, and it's just gonna stab you in the back like, oh my God, I feel so burnt out. Okay, I'm not gonna stream for a year, 2 years, because it feels like I don't want to stream for 2 years, because the burnout is something you have to manage. You have to look out for that. So you have to constantly give yourself breathing space, mental space, as I like to call it. And it is tough. It is very tough. And sometimes you feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders, because everything falls on you. You're responsible for everything that happens in your community, in your chat, in your streams. And if you suddenly stop, that community could just go away. Thankfully, we have other avenues of communication, like our Discord servers. But aside from that, it can be such a challenge to think of these things. Oh my God, if I stop streaming, maybe my community will forget about me. Or maybe if I stop streaming, no one will watch me anymore when I go live next. These things are always in our heads, and we don't usually just talk about it because it's not the exciting part of Twitch. But it is a challenge. It exists, and you just have to really watch out for yourself. And yeah, and thankfully, since the Twitch community, especially in the Twitch music community, is an amazing group of people. And I think I have spent a lot more time with my Twitch friends online than any of my family members in the past, past 10 years combined. So it's important to really connect with the people that you have and in the community that you build. And then my community overlaps with Rachel's and Race and Manny's and Miasical's. And then we all have the same familiar friends. Hey, it's you. Hi, Chad. So it's amazing. It's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. Yeah. So okay. We have a couple more questions we have one more question for the panel. But if you have, you will have a chance to ask your question as well after the last question. So if you have any questions that's forming in your head, now is the time to think about it, and then we'll give you a chance to ask it. Okay, for the last question. How did Twitch streaming change you from before you started streaming, this is you, and then when you started streaming and then continued streaming, this is the new person that you became? For example, me, I was super anxious. I always had performance anxieties before going to a live gig, before performing on stage. But Twitch streaming has helped that, and it made me more confident. For example, what is that thing that changed? What is the change that happened to you in person, your own personal experience?
Yeah, sure, that's a great question. For me, that has two parts to it in the answer. One is more business-like and one is more personal. Business-wise, I have always been touring. I contract musicians for big events all over the world, and so I was always on the move, always working for someone or for myself. But eventually, you know, there was always an artist or a client that I was working for, and my goal as a musician has always been to get to a point where I can work from wherever, or live wherever I want, and have my work in any city, wherever in the world I want to live. And if you're dependent on working with certain artists or certain clients, that's difficult. But with Twitch, you can basically stream if you have good internet. So you can really move into the middle of nowhere. You can basically go wherever you want. Even though I must say to solely, I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, solely, anyway, rely on Twitch is also a little tricky, because it's not certain if 1 month is really great revenue-wise. You don't know if that's gonna happen the next month, because, you know, the community changes, everybody has challenges. If someone is being really generous for 3 months, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that's gonna happen for the next 3 months as well. So, but I do think Twitch is like this great center where you can build towards other platforms as well, like Instagram or Patreon, and build this passive income in a way. So, you know, I think Twitch it's not smart to just focus on that, but use it as a means to expand to other things and keep building and keep thinking about how can I build things, which is what I'm doing. And I love that, because I also really enjoy thinking about how to expand my life, how to grow, how to how to grow my business and maybe start new businesses. And you know, it's exciting to me. So that's one thing. The other thing for me that really changed, which I have to say I'm so grateful for this, and it's blown me away, because I never anticipated that this could happen. It's just the community, like the friends that I've made, like these people right here at this table. I mean, I landed yesterday and almost cried, knowing I was gonna freaking hug SPG, who I've known now for a year, you know, and we've become such close friends. And this is someone I did not know at all, like, you know, a year ago. And then through Twitch, I met so many people now. With Ray, with SPG, Manny's gonna join very soon. We started this Dead by Daylight group. And
Yes.
we all, well, okay, not everybody. Not everybody, Ray. We all suck at it. Not everybody, Ray, okay. And so for me, especially these past holidays, it was my birthday, December 26th. I haven't seen my family for 3 years because of COVID. My two best friends that I was supposed to celebrate it with, both were dealing with a COVID threat, so they had to stay home. So I knew I was going to be alone on my birthday, and I was a little bit worried about it because I didn't want to get depressed or sad. It was the best freaking birthday I ever had in my life. I streamed. There were so many people celebrating with me online. I think we played online games. I felt so, I don't know, so warm and included, and there was never a moment where I felt alone. Like the community that's there, it's so solid as well. This past year I dealt with burnout as well, and you know, talking to SPG about it, having other community members checking in with me. Not even some of my best friends will always check in with me, but this community is really solid. And I think for the first time, and this means a lot to me, the first time in my life, I really feel that no matter what happens, there will always be people that have my back. And that's pretty insane. So I'm very thankful for that. Goodbye.
Mic drop.
Hello. So, that's Rachel. So the biggest changes that I think, I'll reflect on are on the management side of things and the self-management side of things and community-related things. But like to compare as a musician, before Twitch, the most managing that I had to do was just like accepting a gig as maybe a band leader. So I guess genre-wise, most of what I do is are jazz gigs, which can just be, trio, quartet, whatever it may be, and just playing at anything from a bar to a corporate thing. But that's kind of the most that I had to do, just back and forth email. Okay, yes, we'll do this. Yes, we're basically just saying yes over and over, and we'll be there. We do the thing, and that's pretty much it. But then with Twitch, as SPG was alluding to, you have to create what you want on that blank canvas, and so just like managing, it can be something just as a schedule. Like some people just, you stream whenever you want, that's completely fine. Or you want consistency and you want to create a time that just works best with you, with whatever is going around. But also within that management, consistency might not always work, and so you have to be like, how flexible do I want to be? Do I just cancel? Do I move this to another time? And that just keeps going on. And then within that, you have sometimes the worrying stuff is just like, well, if I don't do this, there are people just if I'm not consistent or whatever it may be, all these questions, is that going to affect what I've built in any negative way? And so that can, yes, affect, like, again, self-care and just like, how are you going to, as an individual, get through whatever you may be thinking? And that's definitely when the community thing comes into play, just like helping you look on the positive light of everything. But yeah, management in general is a big thing that I've had to, or that's changed, and I think for the better, is it's just organizing all of that. And also, I'm wearing my merch. So like merch is something that I've never had to deal with. I just buy shirts at a store, and that's the end of that. But that is a thing that I was introduced to pretty much on Twitch. Is I guess not introduced, but yeah, streamers, if they want, they'll have their own merchandise. And I was getting questions at some point. I think it was randomly for people up here. It's just like people who want to get stuff, and it's just like, well, I don't even know what to put on this stuff. And they're like, well, you have emotes, and then that's kind of the thing. If you have emotes, you already have merch if you want. And but just on that topic, it's just like I've never printed, I've never designed, I've never put something on a shirt. Nothing merchandise was ever in my life. And then we just tried it, and actually, yes, we bombed that first merch attempt. But that's a learning experience. And so it's just like, okay, well, that doesn't work. And now we're back to the whole thing about just like, challenges and things that you have to overcome. And that right there is something that I probably wouldn't come across, well, maybe for a long time, if even ever. Maybe I would never deal with merchandise. But it's pretty cool, like, just to be like, okay, now I understand how to actually scale up an image or whatever it may be, and blah blah blah, and putting it on correctly, and stuff like that. And then just to move over to the community side of things, yeah, definitely I don't know if it shows on screen, but I'm definitely more on the introverted side of things. And that kind of like, change of persona is like, some people have described me as hype man, etc., etc. There's Ray Streams, he's hype, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know, I guess that happened, but it's just like, I don't know where that came from, because, one-on-one and you won't get what's on screen. But it's not a facade. It's nothing like fake. Okay, press screen, mask on, like nothing like that. But I think that's just what the community brought outside of me. I didn't change for them, and so and it's still organic, and that's a very beautiful part. And so then when we take that and do offline things, which would be gaming, sure, Dead by Daylight and all that, it's still just like I'm still Ray, and then we can have our chill side, or we can have, I think I can say this, we can have tequila, and it'll be a different setting. But like all this stuff, and it's just it's natural, it's fun, and we just have friendships that wouldn't have happened otherwise. And then, as Rachel said, the main reason I'm here is like I get to finally meet the people that I have built these friendships with throughout the months. And it's only been, I guess, a year. But to just finally meet people in person and hang out. We're just not usernames in a chat box. And yes, people are real. There aren't bots. Well, there are bots, but the friends we have, yes, are real. And that's pretty surreal. That's really, really cool. And I'm just thankful for the community, especially, and just all that they've helped with too. Like, these are friends, so like when things aren't going so well, just ignore Twitch real quick. Just like IRL, whatever it is, they're there for you. You literally just have another friend to your list in your gang, and there's different circles. And actually, Manny had said this outside things. I don't want to go too far into it, but just like you guys can probably relate. Like, you have X group of friends, but they're not friends with these people, and so you just kind of have to like, you'll be hanging out with blank one day and then blank another day, and that's okay, and that's actually pretty great because you're in the mood for X and all that. So definitely thankful for all things learned, all trait abilities, whatever they may be, all things learned throughout the months, and then all the relationships built throughout the months. Those are some awesome changes. Bye.
Again, Chad. All right. I guess in my previous talk, I can answer this question a little bit, but I would like to stretch more. But first, I want to say I really resonate with what everybody's saying, and then actually the one part that Ray said about whether you have two different personas, like the IRL persona, and then the one when you start streaming. Not necessarily not necessarily. It's not that you're putting a mask on or you're being fake or anything. It's just really cool to see all the different sides of you that come up organically, naturally, just from the stream, and then you still get to keep who you really are in real life. A few things that I was thinking a better an improvement that I can see from streaming. I think I've become slightly more outspoken in a good way. I mean, I'm not be the chattiest person, but some people might beg to differ. But what you said, I don't really speak up my mind too often, but because of streaming, I feel safe because again it's a blank slate. You get to cater it to how you'd like it to be and create a safe space first for yourself and then for others that come to join you. And aside from that, also confident. As a musician, we can be the hardest critic to ourselves, and I can still be like that, but it definitely boosts my confidence in a way that now, if I go to IRL gig, back then I always feel intimidated or just feel like, I don't know, there are like a lot of other way better players than me, like why I'm on this one. As artists, maybe some of you might be able to relate on that. And then because we get to do what we do in our own safe space, it empowers us. And now I go to IRL and they say, hey, let's just have you do you, or I do me kind of thing, and yeah, go for it. It's one of the biggest things that I've been experiencing at least. And just to touch base like on mental health and burnouts and stuff, I did experience my share of that too. And in IRL situation, I'm just gonna say that in gigging situation, sometimes it's not really being mentioned and everything, but I'm glad that it brings awareness from doing this. That now it opens up my mind that saying it's okay not to be okay, to really resonate in your life. You get to take more time for yourself, and so that you can just put yourself up in a better state later on. I think that's as much as I can say. But thank you, Chad.
Was it, sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, what changes have you experienced when you started streaming as opposed to before?
Before I started streaming?
Yeah. How it changed you as a person?
I would definitely say personal growth is probably the biggest change for me. I mean, I kind of still feel it now, but I tend to be, I guess, like inhibited or just shy about things. So I think doing streaming has helped bring out some of my personality, and I got to kind of play around with aspects of my personality that I didn't know that I guess people liked or enjoyed seeing on stream. And I started this tagline called Famous. Sorry. For those of you who don't know, yeah, let me just tell a story.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, so one of the things that you can do as a Twitch streamer is that you can do these redeems, right? And one of the redeems that I have is called, you have to say the F's really fast before famous, and that's kind of what I got known for on Twitch. And I chat, by the way, if you believe I'm saying this in the chat. I started doing that, and then I started going to other people's streamers, and they would start saying that, and I would crack up every time that they started saying that. And that kind of, what?
Famous?
Famous, yeah. And then I started like that part of my personality. I think for me, like for example, when I watch SPG stream, it's very humorous and comedic and very fun to watch. But that part of me is like hidden inside, so that was hard for me to bring that out. But having the Twitch community allowed me to to bring that part of my side that I hope I don't hear. Sorry. It's not the wrong word.
Not wrong chat.
Chat. But basically, I would say that, yeah, I think before I started Twitch streaming, I was afraid of taking risks. So, I mean, it's a really big decision to, I think, put yourself out there, because you can be very vulnerable, like showing especially if you're a streamer that decides to show your face. And I know not everyone does, but like the whole world can see you and you don't know who's watching you. So that puts you like in a vulnerable position. I see it as an opportunity of growth, because if you didn't do that, like your life would be totally different if you did go down that path versus if you never had decided take that risk, and I think sometimes you just gotta YOLO it and just do it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Amazing answers. Okay, we'll open the floor to a couple of questions. Okay, we have one.
You didn't answer the question.
It's true.
I didn't answer. The biggest change for me is just performance anxiety.
Okay.
It really helped me kind of dampen it down. It's still there, but for example, if some of you saw yesterday, my set, my live set was the first time I actually did another live gig in 2 years since I started streaming. And the confidence I felt during yesterday's show was so staggeringly different from the whatever confidence I had back before I even tried streaming. So the confidence boost and the control on the stage, your self-control on the stage, is what really changed things for me when I started streaming. Okay. We will open two questions. Yes, you first. And then chat, if you also have a question, you can also ask. Okay.
Mine might be very quick. I'm sorry this is awkward, but do all y'all mind saying your names again, but spell them out? So in case we want to follow you, we can.
Oh, okay. Okay, plug yourself. Starting with me, String Player Gamer. You can find me on Twitch and YouTube and all the platforms. Just String Player Gamer.
Mine is RachelGrace, violin. Rachel, R-A-C-H-E-L. Grace as an amazing grace. And then violin because it's the best instrument on the planet.
Ignoring the previous comment. My name is Ray Musica on Twitch, which is RayMusica. And it's pretty much just Twitch, so I'm not on other platforms. Have fun.
Please bear with me on this one. My name is OrchKeystraMusic, but the spelling is OrchKeystraMusic. Yeah.
And where can people find you?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. You can find me on Twitch and YouTube, Instagram. Instagram has a little bit underscore between the orchestra and the music, or Twitter if you would like. But yeah, that's mostly it.
I'm musical VGM, so that's spelled MEOW, like cat with meow, meow, and then SICAL VGM, so it's all just one word. MEOWSICAL VGM.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah.
Two questions, one small one and one larger one. First, Ray, where are you getting your doctorate? Or where are you studying currently?
At the University of Miami, in Miami, Florida.
What topic?
And the topic, the degree study is jazz instrumental performance. Anyway, jazz drum set. And I'm on the first out of the 3 years, assuming I stay on track.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And one larger question is, how do you guys approach set lists? Like creating a set list, choosing, when you start a cast, what songs do you choose? And how do you guys go about practicing and building a set list and getting that endurance?
Anyone can answer? Anyone who wants to?
Yeah, so the cool thing on Twitch is that you can, you build a song list and people can request.
Yeah.
I personally, another thing I love about Twitch is that you can choose whatever you like to play. So I just started adding songs to the list that I really enjoy playing. So a song like Don't Stop Believing is not on my list. Or any Celine Dion song, don't come to my Twitch. Go to Ray, he does only Celine Dion.
Only Celine.
So as you just heard, that's my set list right there. Yeah. But I'm a drummer, and so my set list actually has a different, I guess, approach. It's actually more live learn approach. That's just I guess phrase for sometimes, and other people, some people that have a devoted song list, but may still take live learn requests where they'll learn on the spot. But then for drumming, that's actually just more of the stick over there. And so I do have a set list. It's kind of, and it's actually only recently made, I'd say comparatively, like within the past months. It's more like a sample. It's just a sample list. They can see like, okay, Ray likes these music genres, these artist songs, generally speaking, but they still have the option to go to YouTube and just pick out what they would like to hear and see me play along to. So yeah, that's it's kind of a more flexible list, but there's also a thing there if they just want to choose directly from it.
In my case, because I've been posting video game music covers on my YouTube channel for the past 20 years. I've become known for video game music covers arranged for violin. So when I started translating that into Twitch, my set list is, of course, a lot of video game music. I mean, it's like 99% video game music, all my arrangements. And that is because it's not just because it's what I'm known for, it's because it's what I love. It's in the name, string player gamer. so pretty much my set list is tailor-made for that kind of audience. Anyone else?
Yes, I'll bounce off what Ray was saying about live learns. I'm kind of known for mostly improv, and my thing called live learns. I guess I can elaborate a little bit on the live learns because it applies differently on both of us. For the more melodic instruments, usually, basically, we pull up. For you can for drums, you can just play along with it immediately. For me, I usually listen to it for a few minutes and get the gist of it. Maybe not the full songs, depending on how simple, how challenging the song is, and then just kind of play off it. And this is the beautiful thing about the streaming. I can play not necessarily 100% like what the recording says. People can listen to the recording for that. But anyway, I can make my own version and see how it turns out from there. Just do some improv. And I do have song lists. For me, I tend to practice on stream a lot. I practice off stream too, but because I love the improvisational elements of music, so that sometimes I never know what kind of arrangements will come up on each stream, and then I look back on the stream like, oh, did that just happen today? Okay, cool. That's my way of thinking.
For me, I do mostly video game music, so I would say a lot of my pieces are like prepared, and I have like sheet music, so I have a software called Score that you can put sheet music on, and then I have like a foot pedal where you can turn the pages and everything. So for song requests, I just have like, exclamation SL if you want to see my song list, and then exclamation SR for song requests. So they just go to the streamer song list to pick. But I think I'm going to change some stuff up a bit where I don't rely as much on sheet music and just go with more like having memorized a piece, because I think that will allow me to be more free in my playing. So I've tried to do improv, but I'm not very experienced with it, so I feel more comfortable with prepared pieces that are a little bit more polished, but I might experiment more with improvisation in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah, sir.
Hi, my name's Erwin. I also go by the handle Emerald Arcana.
Hello.
I may or may not have followed every single one of you on this panel. This is a pretty big question, because a lot of the reward in Twitch is your community that you've built up. And as Rachel had mentioned, it takes a lot of time and effort to build up this community. As SPG mentioned, there's a lot of mental health issues. How did you get over, except for Ray, because you had 500 followers at the start, how do you get over that part where you're basically starting, you're networking a little bit, but you get 0 to 3 streamers per stream for like months and months and months of time, because that takes that much time. What do you do from a mental perspective, and what do you do from a practical perspective to try to get that up so you actually have people coming out?
Okay, beautiful question. Thank you so much. I think we can combine your question with Dr. New Baroque also has a question. How much work goes into your streams off stream? So I think we can combine that together. So anyone can answer.
Wait, what did he ask? How much?
How much work goes into your stream off stream?
Okay.
So kind of like his question.
Go ahead.
Right.
So, aside from the 500, I think that a lot of work goes in off stream, and on the topic of dealing with just building growth in general, I personally didn't look at it from a desire to grow, if that even makes sense. So when I first started, I actually just knew, audience-wise, my intended goal was just my IRO friends back at home and family. Like, I was actually telling them, hey, this is a way you guys can still watch me perform. And especially when I started out, like, yes, we have people requesting songs for us, but at the beginning, and there's nothing wrong with this, I just chose my songs, and I would like kind of have themes where like, okay, today I'm devoting this musician, this drummer, and I'll play all things from that. And then just over time, people, like, I would tell people, yes, you can still request a song if they want, blah, 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 and then they, eventually I now request nothing and everything's from chat. But that was all, it just happened to be pretty organic, but I wasn't I wasn't trying to do anything necessarily different. That kind of just fell into place. But what may have, if I'm looking at like confounding variables, it likely came from again, just being involved in other communities and just getting to know people. Because that, even if those people didn't frequent my streams, still just having a relationship and having a friendship, that for me matters a whole lot more. And I guess it was just a bonus that, community members would also come over or show up and grow in that sense. But, and so I'm not trying to answer both. So in terms of offline management for that, I would just always be thinking like, okay, what can I do for another stream? What can I maybe plan? Like special events, birthday streams, it's what you make back to the blank canvas. It's literally what you make out of it. So if you just want to celebrate things, it's popular to just have like we reached a number, followers, subs, whatever it may be, like celebratory things, and just get people hyped up. These are all things that you think about and plan, back to the management thing, and it does take time. But when I think about it, in hindsight, sometimes it is like kind of overbearing, like, oh gosh, now I have to plan that, or now I have to do that. But there's a lot of it. It's just like, yes, we're about to celebrate something. Let's go. What can I bring into this? What can I adjust? So it has its upside down, the ups and downs, just like everything in life. But it does take up a lot, and so that's the last thing I'll say is just like, I think just life management, that's never going to stop. And so, especially for school, as you guys have brought up, I do have to just be careful. It's just like, I can't plan for blank. Like, the school has to happen first, and so just like break from Twitch. Like, and I'll tell them, they know that. In fact, when school season happens, I get a lot of comments just like, hope you're in school, or hope we know you're super busy with that, and blah blah blah. And it's just like, I know. And I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna be on it all this weekend, and we have to cancel this stream, blah blah blah. So, but they're accepting. We're still friends. It's just like, okay, we'll see you next week. And that's the big beauty of Twitch. Is like, you make your schedule. It's very frequent. It can be very frequent. Like even just streaming once a week, that's 52 streams in a year. So like it's still a lot, and there's opportunities for people to see you all throughout. So there's no like rush or and stuff like that. But I'll leave it at that.
Anyone else want to add to that?
Yeah, so I think, you know, when you start with like 3 viewers, if we go like to the beginning, you know, and like how do you network, I think there's ways to network that are smart and there's less smart ways to network. You know, I'm a violinist, so if I would go hang out in someone's stream that streams Fortnite, it doesn't really make that much sense. So I think it's great to check out different streamers and see what you have in common with them. And I've also seen streamers be maybe a little bit too aggressive in networking, where they say, "Hey, I'm getting ready to stream," or yeah, dude, don't do that.
No self-promo.
But yes, especially when you're starting out, you want to be a little bit extra careful with that because you might throw people off. So it helps when you have a name, when you have a tag that implies that, you know, you're a streamer. Like RachelGrace violin is helpful because when people see that in chat, it implies that probably I played a violin somewhere and it's probably on Twitch. So I don't have to say anything. I can just say, "Hey, wow, you sound amazing." And you know, it's also being real. I'm not gonna go somewhere and say that someone's amazing when I don't really feel that they are, just to network. So I want to go to streamers that I really admire. For instance, when I started streaming, I would hang out in Justine Goodman's stream a lot. Kelvin, gosh, help me out. Thank you. Yes. No, Kelvin is incredible. So, and you know, the networking, I think, again, like the aggressiveness of it, even though you want to grow, you just also really want to make connections and friends. So I think it took Kelvin months to show up on my stream, but it didn't matter. At some point he was there and he raided me a couple of times, and it was amazing when it happened. So there's a lot of patience in growing your channel, but the really cool thing is, which I feel really happens on Twitch, is when you can keep that consistency. You know, I chose 3 days really early on, 3 days with exact times, and I was gonna stick with those. Consistency is so important. I also believe that this is the key to success in anything in life. It's consistency. And the reason why some people are more successful than others is because they're consistent and the others are not. Because consistency is really, really easy, and it's also really easy not to do. So a lot of people are not consistent. You start out being really excited, and then, you know, a couple months in, maybe a couple weeks, for some people, a couple days, you're like, you know, I'd rather like play a video game or do something else. The consistency is really important. And the cool thing with Twitch is, I feel once you build momentum, it becomes easier and easier. And for me, the burnout, because we were asking about that as well, didn't happen until, I don't know what it was, 8 months in, because I was pushing for a partner and then got denied. Then we had a dear friend in the community that passed away, who was my first moderator. He was such a close friend to so many. And, you know, all these things happening and pushing really hard. And then I made partner, and then I was featured on the front page. So you keep going, pushing yourself, and it's all really exciting. And what SPG was talking about, it's like this silent enemy that you don't see. I remember sitting in front of the screen one day on Wednesday. It was like almost 12 p.m. because that's when I stream. Cameras were on. I was about to go live, and I was like, you know what? I'm not feeling it at all. I just don't want to do this. And then my moderators on Twitch, if you're lucky, because that is an amazing blessing, because these people donate their time to help you out on your channel. They become friends as well. they told me, maybe you just need to take a break. And the break ended up, I think, being like a month. But yeah, so it's really important to check in with yourself. And I was talking about consistency, so this is the last thing I'll say about it. Consistency is really important, but it's also okay to skip a stream or skip 2 streams. I think it's really important to communicate about it. Just let your community know, hey, I'm gonna, this is going on. I'm always very personal about what's going on. I've always been as an artist. I don't mind. I like connecting with my community like that and let them know what's going on. Yeah, and when you let them know, they know when you'll be back, and they'll keep checking in. So also using other platforms like if you're on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, to let people know that you're streaming is very helpful.
Thank you. And anything else? Because we have a bit more questions here. Okay. We have a question from Being Awake on chat. Do you ever feel stuck with the vibe of your stream because chat expects it? Anyone can answer. I'll repeat the question again. Do you ever feel stuck with the vibe of your stream because that's what chat expects? That's what your community expects?
Me, no.
Yes.
You guys.
If you have something, you can go first.
Oh gosh, that's a very good question. Vibe. I don't feel stuck. And I think that's why I keep doing it. If that makes sense. It's because the vibe there. It's like what we created. That's what I was saying earlier. Like whatever these other people are describing my stream at, like that just happened because of the community. But if it keeps happening, I'm still here. I'm still pressing that button. Then I don't have a problem with that. So I personally, don't feel caged in my stream. And if I did, I would hope, I would just have the willpower to be like, okay, guys, things have got to change. Like, I can't be blank. And so, but then, as we're talking about, with Nashville and SVG, like, it's what you make out of it. So you just have to, okay, maybe I was super, I can't think of if you guys know XQC, maybe I was just super that. But then, it's just like, that's not me. So let me go to chill, autopilot or something, like something just completely change your face, and you can do that, like you have that power. So, but all that to say, vibe wise, I'm content with what I have. So the Rachel, no.
Anything else?
I guess, in a sense, I kind of had for a little bit, but not necessarily because of chat expecting me something. It's because the way each of us cater our stream schedule and our teams. So at some point, I was always like every week I will be like having this day I'll be doing this thing, this day another thing, this day another thing, and like it can I guess backfire a little bit. Not necessarily backfire, but it's like when it's one of those situations that you're being very comfortable at something for such a long time, and then you're kind of like, where can I go from this? And then after I took the break, actually it refreshed me that nowadays I still keep schedule consistent-ish because things starting IRL stuff starting to come back again. But what is it? Sorry, I'm blanking a little bit. But with the consistency of the schedule, I'm just trying to be a little more impromptu-ish or be a little more flexible team-wise on what I do on stream. And it might not necessarily to be, Monday is for like chill music only, this for chill music only. And actually I have this thing kind of going, even though I might say, it's chill music only, will we stay chill throughout the stream? And it's okay if we don't stay chill. And then I think it's a little more liberating when it comes to that, and it's been working on for the better. Like, I hope that answers the question.
Yes. Anything else to add? Chat. Anything else to add to the question? If you feel stuck with the vibe that you presented it at first, no. Any questions? We still we missed maybe one last question. Okay. So since we don't have questions, final messages from everyone. What is like your final words of encouragement to someone who's still like nearly on the fence but is about to start their streaming journey? What is that word of encouragement that you will tell them?
Go do it. Go try it out. Don't be too critical on yourself. Just go, take that first step. I was ridiculously nervous the first 5 streams. On stage, I'm not nervous in real life when I perform. Just knowing I was going to be on a camera with people out there watching me. I'm a perfectionist, so having a feeling that maybe, when you play online, it's there, and when you don't know who's watching it, that scared me a lot. But oh my gosh, it was so much fun. I'm so happy that I did. Also, you don't have to have a camera on. Depending on what you do, you don't even have to have a mic the first few times. I would say just go with your own comfort level and don't pressure yourself too much, but just try it out. And and if it's a little bit exciting or maybe even more, then do it again. Just try it out. Just go for it. Chat. Okay, Ray.
Okay, Rachel. So yes, I agree to just do it if you're on the fence. If you're on the fence, there's some motivation there, and I think that's a great drive. And advice-wise would be to, just ask yourself, and it doesn't have to be a one-time thing, but just ask yourself, like, what are you maybe aiming for? Like, why do you want to stream? Because there are so many goals, aspirations, whatever it is. Some people literally just want to, they're not trying to blow up, they're not trying to, they just want 3 or just a super small knit community, or maybe they don't even want community at all, but like that's a thing. So just whatever your goal is, just ask yourself that, and then just commit, see if are you reaching X goal, and if you're not, it's also not the end of the world. Like Twitch is, again, it's different for all of us. Like I said, for me, it's recreation. I just love that I can do it, and all things you said or heard earlier, that applies. But just, it's whatever you want to make out of it. So if it doesn't work out, or if you get, I don't like to set expectations. So if you are looking at stats or whatever, and it's just like, well, that didn't grow, then that, you don't want that to just deter you from still just having fun. Like, are you having fun doing it? If whatever numbers are there or whatever's happening, and if you're not having fun, then you don't have to do it. There's nothing wrong with not streaming or just not committing to whatever it is, and there's going to be no shame. And you can still just be a viewer and still hang out. Like, community's still there. Go to another place and just spam chat, game afterwards, whatever it is, and all great things. Just do it.
Okay. I would just say one phrase. Be kind to yourself.
For me, I would say YOLO, just do it, because you have everything to gain and nothing to lose. And don't be afraid to experiment. If you're still trying to find your voice, it's okay to experiment. I do think that what makes it worthwhile is the people that you meet. So even if it's not perfect or something like that, don't worry about it. A lot of people that I found in my experience are willing to help you, and I think that's been really rewarding.
I would say, just do it. However, set your expectations. Don't go live expecting 500 people to show up, unless you're Ray.
Special exception.
Sometimes when you start streaming, it's only your mom and your dog who's going to be watching you. And that's okay in the beginning. But as you stay more consistent, and with consistency, as Rachel has mentioned, people will come as long as you've been perfecting or making the best effort that you can to make your stream as entertaining as possible, as pleasant as possible. It depends on the vibe you're trying to set. And yeah, just do it. Do it. Do it.
Thank you, Nike.
And okay, and the what is that? Final plugging. Again, plug yourself and what is your latest project that you're willing to share that you're working on? And it related to streaming.
Okay. So, one more time, I'm RachelGrace Violin on Twitch and also Instagram, sort of Facebook, but mostly MySpace.
Yes.
Yes, and I learned this from Ray, who's very popular on MySpace. Yeah, my latest project, oh my gosh, I'm here. So, yeah, for me, 2022 is about growing Twitch. The last year was really, really amazing. A lot of my colleagues in real life, the touring musicians, had a really rough year. And I feel, compared to them, I had a really amazing year. And I'm really excited to see where it can go. I also produce. And I just got a whole bunch of gear for this. So yeah, I'm planning on putting some new music out there very soon. That's it. And SPG, you're amazing. Hello.
You're amazing.
Just wanted
Hello.
to say that.
Yes, I'm Ray Musica, again, RAYMUSICA. And I think, yeah, project-wise, I don't really have anything too in particular, but I will say, back to just the flexibility of Twitch and all that, I personally would like to start having game involvement in some way in gaming streams. I did test that out recently. So just seeing if, yeah, you can have variety content, that's a thing. So even if your name implies music, if you're listening like violin, she doesn't have to do violin, and actually can do drums, and she does do drums. Check out, yeah, that special streams. But yeah, so that's just like a thing. Maybe I can incorporate that just for more chill times. And then on the music side of things, just trying to, yeah, actually see as gear stuff changes, incorporating this whole loop idea, things to come. But just things that might change from the whole live learn request thing. Not replacing, but in addition to. So yeah, just different music content within what I already do. Yeah.
I guess for me, I would like to start incorporating, kind of bringing back / incorporating music production into my stream. It's kind of like songwriting and stuff, because I think performing is great, but sometimes it's nice to see how the process, and especially if it's community-driven ideas, and then you guys get to see what came out of it, what you made out of it. And then also, this is one of the things that I did a lot last year, but I kind of want to keep doing it, but maybe in different kind of frequency. I love through Twitch that I can to collab virtually, not only with musicians, but also with other kind of content creators like chef, or even artists, visual artists, or I have collabed with a tea enthusiast, which is interesting because you play music while somebody else can doing a tutorial. Okay, this is how you properly brew this tea, and then he actually taught me how to do it on my own stream too. So it's just having diverse and variety of content, and just like you get to experiment different directions. And by the way, again, my name is OrchKeystraMusic, OrchKeystraMusic on Twitch, on YouTube, Instagram as well. On Instagram it has little underscore. But yeah.
So SPG, is it just project related to streaming or?
Yeah.
Streaming like Twitch or?
Yeah, I mean, it's music in general.
In just Spotify?
Yeah.
What I'm working on right now is I'm releasing some albums. I have a project called Heart Zone, like Warp Zone, but it's with the H instead of a W. And it's just like heart music. Right now I've released a bunch of music video games you can find on Spotify. As for my musical channel, right now I'm on a break from streaming because I kind of want to revamp how I want to do things, but I'm planning to get back into streaming after MAGFest. And one of the things that I'm planning to do is try different things out. So, gaming streams. I recently also started doing art, so possibly art streams. And one other thing, I think that people seem to like that I've done before a couple of times was because I've been involved in the video game orchestra. One thing that we have to do for video game orchestras, we have to prepare all of our own sheet music, just because a lot of them are not commercially available. So we've prepared a lot of our own sheet music, and there were a couple of times I did arrange in the Sibelius sheet music software. Some people seem to like that, so that's something I might look into again. But it's something that I want to do. I do want to hear from chat if that's something that you might be interested in. So those are kind of the upcoming things.
Cool. Okay, my name is String Player Gamer, and I'm in all the platforms: YouTube, Spotify, Twitch, and all that. And my biggest project that I'm looking forward to this year is a new album. Every year I try to release a new thematic album. Just last year I released a Zelda album. This coming year I plan to release another album, probably something to do with Zelda or Undertale again. We will see, but it's still being decided. But that's the beauty of managing your own projects. You just get to decide what it is you want to do. So yeah. Thank you everyone. Thank you. RachelGrace, Ray Musical, OrchKeystraMusic, Musical, VGN, and yours truly, String Player Gamer. Thank you so much everyone. Thank you so much for attending our panel, and may you have a great MAGFest. Can you take a photo? Yeah.
Wait, who are we rating?
Can we do some shout outs?
Shout out to chat. Oh yeah, hi 7th
Emerald Arcana, Paulnock,
Prosolis. Is it Prosolis or Prosolis?
Nobody knows.
Oh.
Taladar, one more.
Yes.
Okay. Look at Taladar. Okay.
Wait, do we look professional?
Pro streamer.
Are we smiling or?
I am proud.
Could you tell I'm doing the duck face?
I did the duck face.
Can you tell that we're smiling underneath?
Hey guys, what's going on? Pixel, Funky Spot, Myman Evans was there.
Blaze, they were waiting for you to say. there it is. She did it.
Cute. Wait, why am I saying it in the mic? Hello.
Hey.
Hi, Stimpy. Hello.
Hungry. I'm gonna get something. Wait, what did you get last time?
Oh, Dr. Rollerson is also here.
Wait.
Yes, Dr. Rollison, I'm talking to the mic.
Wolf Thunder.
Hi, Wolf Thunder.
Oh, you ordered it here.
Sorry, I'm a little impatient.
Hey, chat, look at 7. Look at 7 Senshi. Look at 7 Senshi. There she is.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
can. That's 7 chat.
Hey Nick. Hey, wait.
She's in full 7 Senshi attire. Yeah.
Oh, hey, tell a little bit. Oh, Nick. Oh. Hey, oh, hey, Phil. What's up? Oh, hockey stick. Hey.
Yeah.
Awesome panel today.
That's the most important question. Is our question.
Nando's?
Oh, Lou. Hey, Lou. Oh, hey, Q.
I did not go to Nando's yet, no.
Ah! I thought you were listening to
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Lil Thunder. Yara. You're great. Oh.
I can tell that way is that
You want to have lunch together? You want to have lunch together? Let's have lunch together.
Yes.
Hello,
Yes.
Hello.
it's Rachel, player gamer.
And the bowl. There it is. Chicken dinner bowl round 2.
Hi guys, it's Ray over there.
Ray's still talking on the mic.
Guys, Ray is still answering questions.
No customized. All right. Completed.
Hi.
67.
It won't be quick. I actually just joined. I can't.
Yeah.
Is that everybody?
I wanted to see the camera.
Rachel, you
Is it gonna be uploaded anywhere?
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be uploaded on. It's gonna be uploaded on the MAGFest.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
Whatever, it's fine. Here, order.
Oh my God.
I'll deal with that later. It's all good.
I know, but you're.
There's only one veggie thing on
What is it?
I'll try that veggie burger.
Yeah. I haven't tried it yet. It's pretty good. Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Prosolis is treating us for lunch, I think. I believe.
Oh, nice. What
Can you say Prosolis champion?
There you go. The soul is
New Baroque says Prosolis champion.
Oh, they're still there. Hello, Stemperoo.
Prosolis says thank you.
And actually,
Do you want the real answer or do you want?
Ray, can you find it for me and do it?
Which one do you want? Do you want what I'm getting or do you want
You want
something
the
veggie?
sweet potato, whatever?
Yes, that sounds very good.
Sweet potato.
Yeah.
Nando's
Ray,
Exactly.
it's like saying Ray. Okay.
Serious question. What is the best instrument on Twitch?
What?
What?
Basically.
Okay, Ray.
Sorry,
I know.
Yes.
I work at 6 a.m.
Yes. Yum.
It's crazy. Oh, thoroughly. Yeah.
Nice amp.
Yeah, I went to Jam by myself.
Wait, what?
Nice.
That's why you guys want to do like that music, like really spicy?
Yeah. We're going to do another one tomorrow.
I chose the medium.
I think it'll be
okay, right?
We don't know. We're at the mercy of the powers that be.
How was it last night?
It's very fun. We got like 30 to 35.
30, 35.
Yeah. And it was completely ad hoc gummies. So I have like 150 sheets.
Guys, it's not cold here at all.
What was that?
We're in Siberia now.
John McKay and I just took 8 hours.
Rachel, Nerf pole violin.
Crash our heads in.
Best instrument is obviously Rad's bagpipes.
You had the veggie burger.
Yeah.
You liked it?
Yeah, John and I 8 hours straight. And we didn't see the quad at all. But it was totally worth it.
Hi guys, it's Ray Ray.
Riley Zielinski and
Ray Ray.
Cheryl Carr.
It's Ray
Grace.
Grace.
Set up and everything. It was. This
This is my anti-COVID and snow outfit.
So we had a string section.
This is for Olivia.
We had 5 trombones.
Gummies.
Gummies.
Yes, Alaska hype.
Yeah, MAGFest is in Alaska. I'm not there. I'm not
Yeah,
there.
it worked out pretty well.
He is there actually.
We're gonna try doing it again tomorrow. The same music.
Not you, Nick. That was just for
We hand out
Olivia.
some music to people. Hopefully they bring it back.
I like reading the
Yeah,
names
it's like
because they
a
don't show up.
rehearsal / performance tomorrow. Is what we want to do. It's kind of like a let's read through this, rehearse a little bit, play together, play through everything.
See, work a gas.
It was really Riley who was like,
Cynthia, I
oh,
hope
we
your
can
food goes well.
We can pick this up because Riley and Cheryl from BGSO were like, oh, we want to.
Can't hear you, Ray. Talking to the mic.
No, not that mic.
Sorry, Doc. My mic is stolen.
Ray doesn't get
I can't
muted.
talk.
Mic got
Ray
banned.
not muted.
What about now?
Mute. Time out.
Dang.
So John was conducting.
Dang.
It became a surrogate video experience.
Just chat.
Hi Ray.
Talk about Ray.
Hi Ray.
Yeah,
This is a staring stream now. Ray and I are just gonna stare at you guys.
That helps. We kind of had to do that because we're doing a pre-release
Okay, I won.
of our next project, which is an album. But he knows that it's a bombing mission, so everyone knows.
Hi Zidon.
That's a brutal.
Which piece?
Bombing mission.
I've been wanting to learn that.
Can you tell I'm chewing gummies?
Oh my god. Going downhill.
You want dad jokes, Nick? Tell it, R. You're being requested. I'm chewing,
I
chat.
get that same bombing mission vibe.
I hope you can hear the ASMR.
Which song would like
I'm
bombing
such a good
mission?
camera
She's pretty
person.
familiar with all the soundtracks.
Guys,
There's a one for.
did you always want like a close-up of Ray? Yeah, here you go.
Hi, chat.
That's the question.
Hi, chat.
Oh my god, guys, this is your chance to get a close-up of SPG. Here we go.
Going in.
I will know when I hear it.
Hi.
And this is your chance to see me from like far away.
Oh, okay.
Super far away. Yeah.
I need to finish.
Oh, wow.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. There you go. Super far away.
Windfish, and there's a like a synth, like an 8-bit style synth. I wanted to program that or something.
Hi everyone.
See you.
Allison's leaving, chat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Priscilla's left the building.
Priscilla's has yeeted himself.
We're going to know what time we're at.
All right, I think we should go. I think that's a sign I should leave the room.
Who are we rating?
Any raid suggestions?
Ranza's online.
Any raid suggestions, chat?
I'm starting stream. No.
I'm about to start streaming.
We flew 3,000 miles for this. Holy shit. All the weather was just really terrible.
Thousands of miles so that we can chat on each other on Twitch.
Yes. So we can just be on our phones, live in the panel.
Who's live right now, chat? Who can we stream? Who can we raid? The Compliments is streaming. Who else? Legendary Catman. IRL raid hat. Raid hot potato. What? Oh wait, have you seen Emerald Arcana?
Yeah, I know.
Bob 4 and Ranza.
Yes.
I'm carrying gear like I'm important.
Nice.
But I'm gonna have to bring up.
Does this constitute
I'm walking next to Ray like
I guess it's here.
This is the modular. It's heavy, man.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
Ray, there was one more question for you.
What are you doing for lunch?
What's your favorite Celine Dion song?
Celine
Oh,
Dion.
we ate on it yesterday.
Yeah, pick up.
What's your favorite Celine Dion song?
we'll see if it's gonna be.
You want to sit down somewhere? We can. I would be.
My heart will always go
I'll
on.
have to,
But
depending on the process, because he's too
only
high.
when she has Dragon Force backing her up.
What?
Dragon Force. Have you heard it?
Yeah, there's a.
Oh, I can't wait.
I might get
Dragon Force?
Dragon Force.
There is a Dragon Force cover of My Heart Will Go On.
I want a battery powered one at some point.
I love
but,
it.
They're expensive.
Celine has never sounded so good.
Remote digging, so.
Right.
This is not battery powered.
Imagining like super high.
Okay, chat.
Okay, chat.
All of it.
That's great.
All of it. Oh, is Chad walking with us?
Yeah, still walking with us because they can't decide.
I want nothing.
You guys should totally hijack that room and watch a film on the projector. What? Manny, you haven't said close. You haven't said hi, chat. Close up.
Hey, Chad. We're gonna do a MAGFest tour.
Yeah, I'm with Manny right now. What up? What up? Oh, look at the gang is here. Okay, the gang is all here. Hey, everyone say hi, chat. One at a time.
Hi, chat.
It's musical.
Hi, chat.
7. You say hi, chat, Paul, no? Oh my God. Okay. Hi, chat.
No.
No.
Who
Who are you?
That's the best.
I'm Ranja underscore. First name Ron, last name Ja underscore.
Say hi, chat.
Hello, chat.
Bob 4. Emerald Arcana.
Hey.
Hey, chat.
How are you doing, everyone? I'm being filmed by SPG. What an honor.
This is the blessing of the highest order.
I mean, the fact that I made the mistake of,
Okay. Everyone is converging and planning for lunch, I think. All right. Let's see. Who to raid? Who to raid? Okay, let's rate the compliments because they rated us before. Yeah, everyone supports the compliments. Compliments hard. We're gonna rate the compliments. We're gonna rate the compliments.
Compliments are awesome.
Let's go.
Let's go, chat.
What time is it?
3 hours.
All right, chat. I don't know if we have any mods.
Would you like some Nando's?
Time is enough.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah? Do
Yeah.
you know what you would like?
The chicken skewers.
Chicken skewers?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I won, right?
You want to get...
Oh, Hawk is here. Oh, okay. Yay. Hi, Hawk. Mod love to Hawk. Also, mod love to Taladar, who went to MAGFest to mod.
In the front row, like doing mod shit. It's amazing.
What?
Yeah, Taladar in the front row doing mod stuff from his phone. Pro mod.
Yeah.
All the mod love to Taladar.
All the mod love to Taladar. Modding in real life. Oh. Chat, look at this. Chat. We have a great moment right here. Everyone do a pose. It's a video, but we're posing like it's a photo.
Try to pose.
Okay, here we go. Everyone put yourself, hi chat. Hi chat.
I did say it, but still see it.
That's it. We're gonna clip this later.
So is this a video where we're all trying to awkwardly stand still?
What's the question again, Rachel?
Why do birds suddenly appear every time Ray is near the generator?
Okay, let's rate the compliments.
All right.
Bye everyone. Bye everyone. Bye. Bye chat. Bye chat. Bye chat. All right, let me know, Hawk, if the raid has gone through, and then I'll stop the stream.
Legendary Catman 79 just rated.
Oh, the Catman just raided. Bye, Catman.
Brandon, how do you have
Okay.
the different stickers?
Catman just raided. So here again. Rachel, Orchestra, Emerald Arcana, Ranza, Ray Musica, Seven Senshi, Palnok, and Meowsicle. Okay. Welcome, Raiders. Okay.
Yeah.
Say hi to them. Say hi to the compliments for me. I can't join the raid. Can't join the raid because, you know, we're gonna do MAGFest. So, but yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Probably gonna stream later with Terra when I perform with Terra. Oh, you don't see the raid? Is it happening?
Yeah. Tenor sax dropped out, so they're like, need any low instrument.
Yeah, it's not happening yet. Okay. The compliments, maybe.
Oh, the rate's 1:30 tomorrow. Belvedere. 6. Yeah,
We will have fun. Hi, Rebel Kitty. Hi, see you later. All right.
2 violins and then a pianist. It's switching between picking.
Yes. Oh yeah. Hawk 6 minutes. Yeah, sorry. Yes. Start the raid.
Apparently. I haven't seen her yet.
I'm performing again later, 1 p.m. with Terrace Music. I will probably stream it because you know, I can stream this, so I'll stream that. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Yeah. Oh. We didn't have percussion last night.
I'm ordering SPG food, so, okay, chicken skewers.
For tomorrow.
Let's see where they are.
This
This guy?
Yeah, that guy.
Okay, what is happening over here? This?
And then right after the performance, they're like giving us all the
Chicken curry.
Middle?
Yeah, middle one.
some stuff to use. And that's gonna come in
Extra.
So we're trying to do
Oh, yes, PG.
without drums.
That's it.
Side.
Portuguese rice.
Oh, yes. What else? Add a drink.
Lacroix.
The what?
Yeah.
What else is happening?
That's it.
Nothing. Happening.
Thank you.
Happiness. Oh, yes.
There's a class. Oh. There's a class playing chords.
Where?
Somewhere later, right?
Oh.
I'm gonna look for it.
Bye, chat. Bye.